Hey guys, got some big news for everyone. I have an official Discord now. It's gonna be in the description and in the comments. Now back to our regularly scheduled program. Hello everyone, welcome to another video. Today is practically another therapy session like the last one. So I decided to get into a nice therapy kind of a situation here, but you guys aren't gonna be able to verbally talk to me. Um, as you just saw before this video started, well, yeah, um, I have a Discord now. And as of right now, there's a music player, and Barbie Girl is playing in my ear. I'm going to take it out of my ear, however, because I would prefer to focus a bit. Um, so, I'm not going to count the last video I did, which was like a minute long. I'm not going to count that. But my last video that I am counting, bit disappointed, like, no one ended up, talking about the wrestling, no one really talked about how the fact that I bought an entire book so I can have it as a running gag on this channel. Sun Tzu, Art of War, by the way. That's what it was. Not letting me know. Yeah. But, in the last video, someone commented, which I appreciated all the comments, some of them I didn't quite appreciate. By that I mean there was one of them, that like, I had to delete it, oh no, like the bots that show up, but, I'm famous enough to get bots now. Success, ladies and gentlemen, this is what it looks like. But, there was this one comment, so figured, why not? So, basically, as I said in the last video, I'm planning on dropping out come December, and the reason for that is with just how my life is going and how I envision my life and what I envision me doing for the rest of my life. School is not a necessity for it. Would it help? Yes, but as of right now, I don't see a need for it. There's no, reason that I have to, other than the government wants me to. And then then the government is pretty much saying, you have to do this until you're 16. So once I turn 16, I plan to get a job, and then only after I get that job will I then drop out. It's very important that I get the job first, because I don't want to drop out without a steady source of income, because, parents might not be too ecstatic about it, Just want to make sure I have someone to fall back on, yeah, I also plan on getting my driver's license in that time. Then, in between the ages of 18 to 21, I plan on going to the Flatbacks Wrestling School in Apopka, Florida. This is run by two pro wrestlers. One, Tyler Breeze, part of WWE NXT. Other one, formerly known as Ty Dillinger, currently known as Shawn Spears in AEW. And the way that they bill it is it's the safest wrestling school. You go there to learn the safest techniques. And I'm a fan of that. So that's why I'm going there. I do hope that it's still, operating by the time I get there. I assume it will. I don't see a reason why it wouldn't be. But anything can happen. But also, in between the ages of 18 to 21, I might end up getting my GED, which is basically a high school diploma equivalent. So, I still want to get that equivalent, but I'm not gonna do it in the way that most people will. But I might not get it in between the ages of 18 to 21. It all depends on how I feel. If that I'm feeling like I'm making a lot of good gains on my body and my health, and I feel like I can really make it as a pro wrestler, then maybe I'll wait to get the GED until after, in case that I do fail to become a pro wrestler. If that happens, get my GED, plan on working, if I have to, 2 jobs. Because for me, my biggest goal in life is purely to have a family. I want that relationship, which during quarantine, I found that's going to be a little bit more difficult to find, because I am asexual. If you don't know what that means, don't worry, I'll tell you. It means I don't like sex. Pretty much that. Yeah. My brain just doesn't see any enjoyment out of it. It doesn't like it looks at it and it's just like that doesn't look fun, and it looks like it would just not. We just want to enjoy it, So my rod stays in its pants, my pole stays away from the sun, never see the light of day. So that might be a problem in some relationships, which would then make it harder to get a relationship, and it's already hard as it is for someone of this stature. This sexiness is a bit, some people just can't handle it. So yeah, the only way I would have intercourse is if it was strictly for reproduction purposes, and I'm completely comfortable if I get to a point in a relationship where that we both are ready for kids and we would prefer them to be biological instead of adopting. I am completely comfortable with adopting. It's more so up to whoever I end up being with. But like I said before, if that I work 2 jobs, I'm fine with that as long as my family is safe and healthy. That's all that matters to me at the end of the day. If I become a pro wrestler and it works out, then it makes my life easier, But it's not the be all end all for me, which I feel like a lot of people who hear you're dropping out to chase your dreams, they think, oh, you only have this one dream, and if that doesn't work out, then you're screwed. For me, no, because I've come to terms with everything that I've decided to do in my life, and I feel like I have a big enough space in between everything. From the ages of 16 to 21, I plan to just work out, work for money, and just get healthy. And a lot more hygienic, I'm not the biggest guy on hygiene, and I want to fix that, And in that, if the speed bump comes along the way, I am able to overcome it with time. So I feel like I've given myself enough time in this plan to be able to overcome any speed bumps, or I can't come up with the words any problems that come along the way. I'm going to be able to overcome them, hopefully, with time. And that's just currently where I am. That's all I can think of at this point. Asexual. A good amount of asexuals consider themselves a part of the LGBTQ community. Me personally, I don't. For the sole reason that I feel like I'm not going to have to go through nearly as much as someone who is gay, per se. If that's what they are, and they come out to their family, it's going to be a lot harder for them to, be comfortable with that, at least from my eyes. And I'm saying it right now on the internet because I don't think I'm gonna get that much backlash for it, like, it's all like, it's actually not yeah, like, 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 you ain't gotta know about my, like, you ain't gotta know about it. And I'm pretty much telling you, no one else is gonna really know about it because it's just gonna stay on in there, It's, you know, like, I'm never gonna place my umbrella in the sand, like, just gonna keep my umbrella in the trunk, like it's a cloudy day, like, don't really need an umbrella on the beach today. Just gonna leave the umbrella in the trunk, never take it out of the trunk, just leave it on in there. And that's pretty much it for me. That's just how I see my life going. Oh, obviously with YouTube here, since I'm making music and I'm making videos like this, if this takes off, like, I'll do this full time. I'm completely comfortable with that. I would love to get into Twitch. Don't have the equipment to do so, or else I would. But yeah, that's pretty much it for me. That's just how I see my life going, like, if I end up homeless because of everything I've decided to do in my life, so be it. That's just how the cookie crumbled for me. It would be unfortunate, but, like, I'm not, you see, like, I'm not gonna go out into this world just because other people want me to, and they want me to do it in a certain way. I'm gonna do it the way I want to, and I'm gonna do it when I want to. Of course, before, like, I'm not gonna stay in my house until I'm like 40, like, I'm not gonna stay in my parents' house until I'm 40, like, I'm gonna get out of the house by then, just, see, I'm ready to start my life now. Like, I'm ready to start working, I'm ready to start getting money, I'm ready to start learning about how this world works, and school isn't teaching me that, and it's holding me back from getting to that place. So once I turn 16, like, it's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be a lot for me. I wish that it didn't all come at this one time, but it's gonna. And I currently am failing every class for no other reason than I'm just not trying to stress myself out. I'm not trying to, make myself care too much about a letter on a paper or on a screen. But, so I'm probably gonna have to stay back, and when I stay back, next year everyone has to be in person. So, that's gonna be a bit of an odd one for me, like, being with all these ninth graders, like, I'm coming up on 6 foot tall, like, I'm gonna be a tower, like, put the Empire State as my middle name because I am a building compared to them kids. Yeah, so that's gonna be a bit awkward, just like walking around, just like, hey, fellow kids. I feel like I've matured a bit more fast than some people my age. But that's not to say that people my age aren't able to understand the kind of ideas I have that I feel like are more mature. It's more so that they have, like, a good amount of people my age are really into different comedy and different entertainment than me. And I wouldn't say I completely understand where they come from, but I can understand that not everyone is the same, and I wish I wasn't more mature than everyone. From my view, I am the majority of people on my age. Not everyone though. I do know a few people who I would say at least are on my level, if not more mature than me. But it's just I don't think I had a choice. I think that in my life, the way that I grew up and was raised, and the people who were around me, and the way that my life went in my younger years, caused me to mature more, and I'm completely comfortable with that at this point. And I'm fine with it, like I'm more mature than everyone else, like it allows me to feel like everyone around me is safe. Like for me, that's another thing that I always want to do, is if that you are with me and you are not being rude to me, especially if you're being nice to me, I'm protecting you. Like I'm making sure everyone is being safe. Like if that we're talking to each other, like I'm fully listening to you, I'm giving you my attention, but I'm also looking around, making sure nothing's gonna happen to you or me. So that's just how I live, And I wasn't failing the first two marking periods. That was because in the first one there was football, which I mentioned in the last one, and which is going to be a topic for another video on another day about what happened during my football season, which I'm giving you guys like a little bit of a time frame. It started in like July, and it went into like October. Maybe it even went into November, I'm not sure. Kind of foggy at this point. But it went for a while, and I enjoyed it. Go more in depth in another video. But if you have any other questions about how I am gonna be living the rest of my life, and like how my plan is for the future, feel free to leave it in the comments. I'll be more than happy to answer any questions. Speaking of Discord, make sure you go into the link in the description and in the comments, join the Matty J Discord, and make sure that you always have the notifications on for this channel to know whenever new music comes out or videos like these comes out. Also, my Matty J Wrestling channel, if you are interested in wrestling, go ahead and give it a subscribe and click the bell notifications. If that you are not a wrestling fan, maybe go over there, subscribe. Don't click the bell notifications, just help me out, the subscribers, but just, you don't have to watch. I'm not going to force you to watch something you're not interested in,
You can't know me. You